I feel like I'm going nowhere. Every year I set goals and every year I fail. It's like I'm stuck in a loop. It's exhausting and honestly, a little hopeless.
I've been there, Jamie. It's crushing when you feel like you're trying, but nothing sticks. You're not alone in this. Have you heard of Atomic Habits by James Clear? It really helped me get out of that rut.
I think so. Isn't it one of those self help books? I'm not sure I can handle more vague advice that doesn't work.
And it's different, trust me. It's practical and rooted in real strategies. The whole idea is that it's not about willpower. It's about designing your habits. Small changes lead to big results.
Small changes. Like what?
Let me explain. There are 4 laws to habit formation. Let's break them down. The first law is to make the habit obvious. If you want to do something consistently, your environment should constantly remind you of it.
Okay, give me an example. I need something concrete.
Say you want to drink more water. Keep a bottle on your desk, so every time you sit down, it's staring you in the face. Simple, right?
That's doable. What if I want to read more?
Place the book where you'll see it, on your pillow, your desk, or even your couch. The easier it is to notice, the more likely you'll pick it up.
This makes sense. I always forget my goals because they're out of sight, buried under everything else.
Exactly. Your brain responds to cues in your environment. That's why bad habits thrive too. If you see a jar of cookies every time you walk into the kitchen, guess what you'll eat?
Ah ha 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 ha. Cookies. Always cookies.
Right. So for bad habits, reverse this law. Make them invisible. Hide the cookies in a cupboard or stop buying them altogether.
So my environment can either help or hurt me. That's a powerful thought.
Spot on. Design it to work for you, not against you. The second law is to make the habit attractive. If something feels enjoyable, you'll want to do it more.
But some habits aren't fun, like working out or doing chores. How do you make those attractive?
Great question. You can make them better by combining them with something you enjoy. It's called temptation bundling.
Temptation bundling. What's that?
Imagine you love watching Netflix. You could only let yourself watch it while folding laundry or walking on the treadmill.
Ah, I get it. I could pair studying with drinking my favorite coffee. That actually sounds doable.
Exactly. You connect something you like with the habit, and your brain will start looking forward to it.
What about bad habits? How do I make them less appealing?
Good question. You can make them less attractive by focusing on the downsides. For example, if you want to stop eating junk food, remind yourself how tired and sluggish it makes you feel afterward.
So, instead of thinking about how good chips taste, I should focus on how guilty and gross I feel later.
Exactly. When you think about the bad side, the habit doesn't seem as fun anymore. The third law is to make the habit easy. People often quit because they try to do too much too soon.
Yeah, I've done that. I'll decide to work out and go all in for a week, then burn out.
That's the problem. Starting small is the key. Clear says you should make your habits so small they're almost laughable.
Laughable? Like what?
Want to exercise? Start with 1 push-up. Want to meditate? Sit quietly for 1 minute. Want to journal? Write just 1 sentence.
1 push up. That doesn't seem like it would do much.
It's not about the push-up itself. It's about building the habit of showing up. Once you're down on the floor, you'll probably do more.
Oh, so it's really about getting started, right?
Exactly. Clear calls it the 2-minute rule. Any habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. If it's that easy, you won't have an excuse not to do it.
Okay, but what if I want to break a bad habit?
Make it harder. Add friction. For example, if you want to stop scrolling on social media, log out of your apps or delete them for a while.
That would definitely make me think twice before jumping on.
Exactly. The harder it is to do, the less likely you'll stick with the bad habit. The fourth law is to make the habit satisfying. If a habit feels good, your brain will want to repeat it.
What's an example of making a habit satisfying?
Think about using a habit tracker. Every time you check off a habit, you get a small dopamine hit. It feels rewarding to see your streak grow.
I love seeing progress. I used to track every workout in my fitness app.
Exactly. That's positive reinforcement. You can also reward yourself. For example, after a workout, treat yourself to a smoothie or some relaxation time.
So I should associate habits with immediate rewards.
Yes, because your brain loves instant gratification. Long-term rewards like better health don't have the same pull in the moment.
That explains why I keep skipping workouts. They don't feel rewarding right away.
Right. And for breaking bad habits, do the opposite. Make them unsatisfying. If you overspend at the end of the month, calculate how much you spent on things you didn't really need. Then, imagine how much that money could have grown if you had invested it over the next 5 years.
That's a real wake-up call. I never thought about it like that.
It works because it ties immediate consequences to the habit.
This all makes so much sense now. Small changes, clear cues, starting tiny and rewarding progress. I feel like I can actually do this.
You can. Remember, habits aren't just about actions. They're about becoming the kind of person who naturally does those actions. Focus on your identity.
So if I want to be fit, I just need to keep telling myself, I'm the kind of person who works out.
Exactly. Every small action is a vote for that identity. The more votes you cast, the stronger that identity becomes.
Thanks, Alex. I'm starting today, small but consistent.
That's all it takes. You'll be amazed at how far you'll go. And that's the beauty of atomic habits. It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about the small, consistent actions that add up over time. Whether you're starting new habits or breaking old ones, these principles are simple, practical, and powerful. If any of this speaks to you, I highly recommend reading the book. It goes deeper into these ideas and gives you the tools to change your life. But even if you don't read it, start today. Make one small change, just 1% better, and watch how it grows. Your future self will thank you. So, what's one habit you'll start working on today? Let us know in the comments, and let's grow together.
Subscribe for more content.